If owning fancy tools automatically made you a better leather worker, I'd be unstoppable by now. But here's the truth. A lot of leather tools look cool, sound useful, and do absolutely nothing to improve your work. Today, I'm going to be going over the top 5 most overrated leather tools that you don't actually need and what you should use instead. Let's save you some money and maybe clear a little space on your workbench. This is just my personal opinion, and it's mostly geared towards beginners. If you've been doing leatherwork for a while, you might already have your own workflow and favorite tools, and that's totally fine. If you love one of these tools that I'm going to talk about and it works great for you, that's awesome, and you should definitely keep using it. And if you disagree, drop it in the comments. I want to hear your take. Everyone works a little different, and that's what makes leathercraft fun. So let's get into it. Number 5, the stitching groover. The stitching groover is one of those tools that feels professional. You see it in tutorials, people running it down the leather with that satisfying curl coming off the top. But here's the thing, cutting a groove into your leather can actually weaken the stitch line if you go too deep. It's like carving a trench where your thread's supposed to hold everything together. Unless you're doing traditional saddle work, you don't really need it. A simple wing divider does the same job without removing material. Just mark your line, punch, and stitch. It's cleaner, faster, and gives you a better sense of control. So yeah, the groover might look fancy, but it's not doing you any favors. Moving on to number 4, and that's going to be the edge creaser. Heated or not, this one gets way too much love online. Everyone thinks it's the secret to that luxury, high-end edge look. But if your burnishing, sanding, and beveling aren't right, that little crease line isn't saving you. Most beginners end up either burning their leather or making uneven lines that just highlight the flaws even more. Unless you're making high-end luxury goods where that clean crease is part of the style, you can skip it. Focus on your edges. A good bevel, sand, and burnish will always beat a wobbly crease. Moving on to number 3, and that's going to be the pricking wheel. It's one of those tools that looks super professional when you see it rolling across a strip of leather. But once you start using it, you realize it's more of a nice to have than a need to have. It can be kind of useful for marking stitch holes on larger pieces or around rounded corners, but that's about it. For most work, a basic 2-prong and 6-prong stitching chisel set will do everything you need. Think of it like having an avocado pit remover, a tool with one basic function that can easily be replaced with a knife. It's neat, but it's not essential. Next up on number 2 is going to be the rotary punch. This one's a classic, and I'm personally guilty of owning one and using it sometimes. It's convenient, it's satisfying, and it feels like a must-have until you hit its limits. Rotary punches work fine for smaller pieces like belts or straps that don't fit comfortably in the jaws. If the leather is too thick or bulky, you'll start running into some problems. They also struggle to create clean, precise holes on anything other than thinner leather. For cleaner, more reliable holes, a single hole punch with a mallet or an arbor press is by far the most versatile and dependable option. The rotary punch is fine for quick jobs, but it's not the problem solver it's marketed to be. And last but not least, number 1 is a motorized or electric burnisher. This is one of those tools that seems like it'll take your work to the next level. You see people on Instagram using one and think, I really need that. But here's the truth. If your edges aren't properly prepped, a motor isn't going to save them. If your edge isn't beveled, sanded, and glued cleanly, you just end up polishing your mistakes faster. For most projects, a simple wooden slicker and a little patience will get you the exact same results, maybe even a little bit better. Plus, burnishing by hand actually gives you more control and better feedback on your finish. It's cheaper, quieter, and honestly, a lot more satisfying. With that said, if you're doing a high volume of projects and you need the efficiency of a motorized burnisher, it's probably the best option for you. But efficiency doesn't mean it'll give you the best results. Hand burnishing still produces the highest quality finish. So there you go. That's 5 overrated leather tools that look great on your bench, but don't really make your work better. Don't get me wrong. If you already have some of these and they work for you, that's awesome. But if you're just getting started, focus on the essentials. Sharp blades, clean stitching, solid finishing. That's what actually improves your craftsmanship. At the end of the day, it's not about having the most tools, it's about knowing how to use the right ones. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more leatherworking tips, and drop a comment. I want to know which tool you actually think is overrated. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.